class, we've been looking at ecosystems. Who can remind me what an ecosystem is? Good. An ecosystem is all the living and non-living things that interact in an environment. And yes, they can be as small as a puddle or as large as the ocean. So what are some good examples of ecosystems? Deserts, great. Oceans, nice. And forest, very good. These are all excellent examples of ecosystems. Over the last few days, we've learned about a few different types of owls, where they live and how their environments affect their diets, or in the case of the pygmy owl, how their diet affects where they live. Yesterday, we examined some owl pellets. Who remembers what an owl pellet is? Good. They are composed of undigestible elements of the bird's food, mostly fur and bones. And within your groups, you were asked to classify the skeleton structures found in your group's pellet. Was this an easy task? Yes? Why? How is it that the bones remain pretty much intact even after being eaten by the owl? Great, so you told me that owls eat their prey whole and don't chew them like humans chew their food. They have powerful muscles inside their stomachs that digest parts of the animal. The indigestible fragments, like the bones and the fur, are converted into little spheres known as owl pellets. And these owl pellets are coughed up and spit out by the owl. And remember that this occurs about 20 hours after eating. Today we're going to make a chart of each group's findings. What can you tell me about your group's owl based on the type of bones found in the pellet? Group 3, you had some skeletons in your pellet that you were not able to identify. Can you describe them to the class?
We had some bones that didn't match anything on the classification chart. When we compared them to other groups' owl pellets, the bones were bigger.
So what does this tell you about your owl?
That our owl must be the great horned owl because its size allows it to eat larger prey than the other owls we learned about.
Okay, and so from what you learned about great horned owls, what type of animal do you think those bones came from?
Our group thought it was a squirrel.
Those are some great observations. So it is important to remember that different ecosystems have different types of organisms that live in them, and the environment an owl lives in may determine what type of food they eat, or the type of food available might determine the environment the owl lives in.